Okay, so hello and good evening, traders, and welcome to today's post-market analysis episode. This is episode 100, and thank you everyone, for your continued support. And I'm happy that there are already I'm at episode 100, so this marks a good milestone for me. So before I go through today's analysis, just to give you a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. So with that, let me quickly, share my screen and, let's quickly look at how the auction developed today. So from the daily chart, from the Nifty's daily chart, we are still, trading in a big balance. Second thing is, we have two gaps. So this is gap number one and this is gap number two. Okay, so there are two gaps, so this means that the sellers are still dominating the overall auction, and the market is just gonna be sideways. So one of the important references which I'll be having is I'll be closely monitoring the gap number two, whether this is getting filled or not, because what has happened is, first of all, the 20 EMA is acting will act as a level of resistance. And second thing is, I'll be monitoring the low of, of this day's low, because this is where, the stops are getting built. So what I'm expecting is we might see one more down day in Monday, and then, we might be seeing filling this gap. Okay. So this is, what I'm currently, anticipating, or, that is what, I'm thinking that, the auction will develop in this manner. So the volumes are also pretty decent enough, and from the composite volume profile chart, what I was expecting today was to touch the low of the balance, which has not happened. But what had happened is, in the first 30 minute, we had a sharp down move, and then we were just trading sideways. So this is a 60-minute chart. So this is the first 1 hour, second hour, and third hour. Okay. So what I was expecting is to that the auction will tag the balance low. So this is the bigger balance which I shared from the daily chart, and from daily we are right now on 60-minute, or 1 hour. Okay. So what I'm seeing is, so we are well below the value area low, and the low of the balance is not tagged. So now I'm anticipating that this should be getting tagged. Okay. And let me add today's data point. Yes. So after adding today's data point, the value area low is acting as the level of resistance. Okay. So what is going to happen is we might try to go above, and then this is the first auction which I'm seeing, and the second auction, which auction path which I'm seeing is we might continue downwards, and then again the buyers will try to step in, and then we might see a reversal. Okay. So these are the two scenarios which currently I'm observing. Second thing to note here is, there is LVN at this level. Okay. So this resistance level is going to be a strong resistance, because there is an LVN. And if this level is, if we see some sort of balancing activity here, then odds are high that, we'll be touching the volume point of control, and then we'll be touching the second LVN, this level. Okay. So this is, what I'm currently thinking that the auction, or my plan is, or my trade plan is, that the auction will be developing for Monday. Now going to the market profile chart, the 30-minute chart. So if you study the overall structure, what we have is, let me change this. Okay, so what we have is, we have more of a pretty balanced day. Okay, we have a very balanced day. And yesterday, what I shared is, the this level will act as a very important reference level for me. So first is the low of yesterday, and the point of control of the 12th of May. Okay. So this is what I shared, and what happened is, as soon as the auction opened, so this is where the auction opened. So my first monitoring reference was the low, previous day low, and then this was the second reference. So what happened is, As soon as it went below, I was trying to take a short trade, but I had a lot of, so there were internet issues. Then my broker terminal was not working, so I did not trade. What I did is, when everything got sorted out, the auction already developed. So this move already happened, and we were just, so we were not tagging the G2 low. We were not going below. Okay, so basically the supply was getting absorbed. So basically absorption of supply was going on, and then the auction just reversed. Okay, so let me change this back. So what happened is, so as soon as the option came below, or above this reference level, that was a good opportunity to take a long trade, or to sell your puts. Okay, targeting the day's high. Okay, so this was a very good trade location which I was able to found, but unfortunately I was not able to take any trade. Okay, because of the technical issues. And so let's see if I don't have any technical issues on the coming Monday's session. And that is the reason why I'm recording the video today a bit late. So so yeah, sorry for that. So what I'm seeing, what's going to happen next is, so let me now clear this reference, and let me clear this reference. So one of the reference levels, so what we have here is something like a clustered high. So if you, sorry, clustered lows. So this low and this low. Okay, sorry, just give me a second, guys. I think I hit refresh, so that's why the chart is refreshing now. Just give me a couple of seconds, and so as soon as the chart is loading, okay, everything is loading. Did my internet went down? No, internet is working fine. My data provider, okay, okay, so it's back. So one of the references which I have is, first of all, the today's low, and the 12th of May's low. So first of all, we have clustered lows, or CLs, what we have currently. So second thing is, we have the single print zone. That's where the auction halted. So these are the two reference areas, and what I'm seeing is that the value is developing lower. Okay, so if we have overlapping value, I'll be looking that the low and the the multi-day low, that is on 12th of May. This is getting tagged. Okay, and if I see continuation to the downside, then I'll be taking a trade. If I see a reversal, then again I'll be taking a trade. Okay, so these are the some of the scenarios which I'm seeing to be happening in the coming session on Monday. Okay. So from the VSA chart, there were a couple of good trading opportunities. So first is when the delta became negative, so this is where a good trade location, a signal was there, where you can go short targeting the low. Okay. Second signal was when the delta became positive, and around this level. Okay. So this is where you could have taken a long trade, when as soon as it became positive, you could take a long trade targeting the high, so basically this high. Okay, and that was achieved in next 15 minutes. Okay, so these were some quick scalp trades which were identifiable from the order flow, sorry, the VSA chart. So moving on to the next trading instrument, that is crude oil. So yesterday I shared that the crude is actually trading in a contraction phase. So, what is going to happen is, we will either see a blast above, or the auction will have a breakout above, or we will see an auction breakout below. So currently, what is happening is, we are having a breakout above this, and so what is happening is, so this was a very important reference area which I shared. This is of 9th of April, and the auction clearly tagged this, and it is now forming sideways in the current auction. Okay. Moving on to the market profile chart. So first of all, so we have this big gap. So we had a gap up opening. Okay, and this is the Indian session. So if you see, the value is high. So this is the value. In the UK session, we also had a higher value, and currently also we are seeing higher value. Okay, so the value is forming higher. Second thing is, this is open equal to low, or that type of open equal to low scenario. and the auction is just continuing in one direction. In the UK session, the auction was just trailing in the overnight session, and right now, we had a sort of a breakout. So this currently there is a small excess which is built, and what I'm seeing is crude is now is just balancing within the overnight high. So this is one of the point of reference which I'll be taking forward. And if the auction stays above, then that I'll be taking a long trade with my first target is of today's high. If this does not happen, if the sideways action, because if you see the stops have already been cleared. So this is the reference area, and if you see this currently this 30 minutes, all the stops which were built, it has already been cleared. So this is a good opportunity to take a long trade targeting the high. Okay, so that is a quick 78 to 90. That is a quick scalp which I see about 11 or 12 points, which you can currently take in crude oil. Okay, second thing is, let's say if this is not getting hit, you can put your stop loss maybe at the value area high. Okay, and if the auction goes below it, just wait for it, and then you can take a short trade once the auction comes below the overnight high. Okay, then you can take a short trade targeting the low of the US session. So from, let me go to the VSA chart, and from VSA currently the delta is positive, so there is no reason why you should short the trade. Second thing is, we are finding support at the VWAP, so odds are high that will be clearing this highs. Okay, so plus also the delta is forming new higher highs, so that is a good sign that the bullishness is still active in the crude oil chart. And from the order flow chart, currently the high looks a bit secure, so there are about 95 orders, buy orders, and 0 sell orders. Okay, but still we are trailing, or trading about the value area high, and this is acting as the level of support. And if you see, momentum buyers are coming in, so 100, and whereas if you see, the sellers are pretty low, so a lot of absorption of supply is going on. And this was a very big sharp down move, which was clearly contradicted, or which was clearly covered by this candle. And right now we are just trading within this range. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll just wait for this high to be broken. If it is broken, then I'll be taking a long trade, and if this low is broken, then I'll be taking a short trade, keeping my target here. So this is how you can trade from the order flow chart. Okay, and I have removed the natural gas, because what I found out is natural gas is much more volatile than crude oil. So and plus it's less liquid, so that's why a lot of volatility is still there. Okay, so let me just focus on crude and Nifty for now. I do keep track of natural gas, but as soon as I find any good positive development, I'll share it with you also. Okay, so with that, I would like to end today's session, and would say, request you to please do like, subscribe, and press the bell icon, so that you get notified whenever I'm going, or having my session live. And also do visit my website, and do let me know in your comments. So there were a couple of comments regarding the crude oil settings. So I would request you to please do check my past videos, wherein I already shared it, so it will become easier for you. So with that, I would like to thank you, and say goodbye. Okay, take care, and bye for now.